DRB weather, sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Sunshine definitely helped make a difference today, but we were still hanging out in the freezer with temperatures below 32 degrees. We were below 32 Saturday at 6 p.m., and we eventually rise above 32 by around 2 p.m. tomorrow, despite the fact that the clouds make a comeback. So what's the difference? Well, we have a strong southerly component to the wind about half a mile up in the atmosphere, which is why we will see temperatures above 32 here at the surface, but it also means more wintry weather is on the way. Winter weather advisories begin at noon Thursday and will last through 7 p.m. on Friday. A long duration event with a sort of 1-2 punch moving in our direction. Outside, you can see the cloud cover starting to increase, and that will eventually take over the skies after midnight. But I think once we get through around noon tomorrow is when we have the potential for some of that wintry mix. So initially, what we're talking about is just going to be a mixture of some snow and also some freezing rain. So that's going to be the problem there, the freezing rain component, because it only takes just a little bit to cause some issues out on the roads. As we see skies continue to increase, we're going to watch two areas of low pressure. One, which is around Denver. That one's going to bring the chance for a light wintry mix tomorrow afternoon. And then the second low pressure, which will bring several hours of some steady and moderate snow from Thursday night and into Friday morning. So these two pieces of the puzzle will bring us that wintry weather with some ice and perhaps even some snow, which will fall on top of that. Here's a live look outside from our tower cam in downtown Louisville. Your temperature 23, dew point 4 with a south wind at 8. So that makes it feel more like it is 14 degrees. Not as cold as it was last night, but these feels like temperatures, they still hurt. Feels like 8 in E-Town, 9 in Shelbyville, and 13 in Henryville. With the clouds moving in and that south breeze, temperatures won't be as cold tonight. Stepping outside, some numbers between 20 and 22 with wind chills in the single digits. We are dry first thing in the morning. By around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we get this light wintry mix, including some freezing rain and some pockets of some snow. The further south you go, the more freezing rain. The further north you go, the better chance you'll hang on to that snow. And that lasts through around 8 p.m. With this weak system sliding off to the east, we get a break around 11 before after 2 o'clock in the morning, snow spreads back in. And this one will be pure snow, light to moderate from 5 a.m. through 7, which means the Friday morning drive will probably be the worst with snow-covered roads and maybe some ice underneath that. It continues through around 10 before it starts to pull away. And even though Advantage Track isn't painting on any snow showers and flurries by the afternoon, I think a couple will still be possible. So waking up Saturday, clouds decrease, temperatures are down in the single digits, wind chills back again from 5 to 10 degrees below zero. So in this weather, what I want to do is focus in on the icing potential. A very thin glaze, and I want to emphasize very thin glaze, from Bullitt County down through Harding County into E-Town through areas like Litchfield, and that could be on elevated surfaces, so like your car, your deck, and also bridges, overpasses, on and off ramps. But down here, south of Campbellsville, along the parkways, you could see up to 1/10 of an inch, and that's where I do think travel impacts will be tough, with some icy conditions and snow eventually falling on top of that. Not as cold tonight with your low temperature dropping down to 22. Tomorrow you're looking at a high right around 34 degrees, which means you go above freezing. That wintry mix light south of I-64 by the afternoon could cause some slick spots, changing over to snow Thursday night into Friday. And then in the next weather, coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll talk about how much snow could fall on that thin glaze of ice.
Okay, thank you, Rick. LMPD Sergeant Chris Lane knows what it's like to put his life on the line.
Just a couple of years ago, Chris was working a routine job, and someone came and killed one of Louisville's citizens and shot Chris in the face.
Now that officer has lost his wife. How you can help support him.
Plus, a statue in the Beachmont neighborhood vandalized twice. The reason, the Buddhist temple says the damage can't be repaired.